Music is one of the few places where people have a consensual theater, you know. It's always about a socialized memory. So if many people have access to it in a very, you know, organic, yet very fluid way, then they're obviously going to be able to create more. There's a way of which, like, just your average kid playing a video game, you know, just going beep, 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 you know, that's a new music that maybe 20 years from now their imagination will have that as their background, and they'll be able to create, you know, just from playing a game when they were a child, you know. I mean, if everyone's using the same software and using the same kind of computers to make their stuff, then what kind of questions does that raise, you know? It's just, I think we're at a very liminal moment, you know. We're at a threshold where I say maybe over the next 20 years we'll probably be hearing music as human beings couldn't even imagine, you know, even 30 years ago, you know.
Ik zie de toekomst vooral als een ontwikkeling naar instrumenten die heel compact worden, die makkelijk en intuïtief te bespelen worden. Dus niet meer die hele high-tech poespas, niet meer dat schermen met veel lichtjes en veel computers. Ik zie het als iets normaals worden, in voorwerpen die je kan pakken en waar de muziek ontstaat door een echte interactie, door fysieke activiteit, door mentale activiteit, door gewoon echt musiceren. Door ook virtuositeit, mensen die echt een eigen verhaal maken. Ik denk dat nu, wat men nieuwe media noemt, kun je nu al zien, dat is een cultuur van afstandelijkheid, dus telecultuur. En het is een cultuur van reproductie. Dus alleen maar dingen opnieuw doen, herhalen, opnieuw afspelen. En wat er nu gaat komen is een cultuur van aanraking, van inspanning, van directheid en van kiezen ook. Dus niet van zappen.
There's, although it seems like, oh, there's all this music coming out, it's such a vibrant thing, but really there's no progress being made between those records. To me, it's just this sort of ultra modernistic thing of, you know, well, it's got to make the new one, the new one, the new one. But really, the gaps between them are just nothing. There's no invention anymore. Do you know what I mean? Between those things, and I really hate that. I really resent that. A lot of my kind of contemporary people are just not interested, because I'm trying to make things which relate to the past, so it can relate to the future as well. I don't want to be forgotten about in 10 years' time. I don't want to be forgotten about in 110 years' time. I probably will be, because I'm not, you know, I haven't got the status to make that much effect, but I don't know.
Ich will nicht, dass Musik die Leute zum Schlafen bringt oder zum Schwimmen oder zum, was weiß ich, zum Ausflippen, sondern ich will, dass sie zuhören. und dass sie sehr genau zuhören und dass sie auch vor allen Dingen die Intelligenz der Musik wahrnehmen und sich selber dadurch weiterbilden. Denn ich finde, Musik hören ist ja eine geistige Bildung durch Klänge und dadurch versteht man die ganze Welt besser, wenn man gut hören lernt. Also das ist also dringend nötig, dass man den Technomusikern sagt, es gibt jetzt 700, 800 Jahre Musik in Europa und das ist unsere Musik. Also auch für euch Technomusiker ist es die Musik. Es gibt es gar nicht, dass jemand sagt, er macht eine Spezialmusik. Das ist ja ganz dumm, so etwas. Es gibt Musik und wir haben Ohren. Und Klänge sind geformt vom einen oder vom anderen. Und man sollte nicht außer Acht lassen, was die feinsten und schönsten Ergebnisse waren von 700 Jahren, zum großen Teil sehr schwere Arbeit und sehr viel Disziplin und sehr viel Anstrengung, um etwas Kunstvolles zu schaffen. Also die sollten sich anstrengen, diese Teufel, die sind zu faul.
There is no difference between my music or my paintings. One of these days, probably mid next year, I'll be able to make a program that could play this painting as a song, you know, or make a song that would turn into automatically a painting if you just press enter, you know, or something like that. So, but that's, before it was just a new age cliche. I mean, you look at like someone like Kandinsky, you know, who's very cool, but the whole spiritual thing, that was used to be turned into, you know, the spiritual art. That was his book. Or he did a series of poems called Sounds, for example, which is a brilliant book. But they used it to change into this cheesy new age thing or something, you know, like painting a song and every da-da, you know, which is corny, you know. There was no, but this has the actual intangible effect of having the signifier or the sign of one thing all of a sudden morph and wham, bam, you know, biologically mutate, you know, into radically different thing constantly, and actually you can have fun making it mutate, you know. You know, so I look much more at the kind of science of mutation or genetic engineering than a kind of new age thing of music and like healing and all that. I mean, music is definitely healing, but it can also be painful and like frightening and terrifying as well. So, you know, I don't want to get locked into like, you know, technology is not here to save art. Art is not here to save technology. They're each just extensions of one another, and music is the mirror, you know.